Hi, my name is Advincula, and as a kid, I noticed that our world was changing. Smartphones from Samsung and Apple were gaining traction, and video game consoles like Xbox and PlayStation were getting popular, and I took an interest into it all. I always wondered how they work, and after research and time, I figured these are all like computers, so I should learn how a computer works. And today, after research of computer components and how to build one, I will inform you on the process of building a PC. First, I will go over the preparations and the parts you need to start your build. Second, I will go over the process of actually putting together those components to have a PC. Third, I will go over powering your system. And with that being said, let's start the preparation. You will need several tools in order to start your build, such as a Phillips head screwdriver, some RAM sticks, a CPU cooler, a PSU, a motherboard, case fans, a hard drive or SSD, and a GPU. Now that you have your parts prepared, we can start into the build. First, when starting a build, be sure that you're safe. Always have anti-static material onto your person to negate any electricity coming from an outlet onto your parts or even onto yourself. Then, grab your motherboard, place it onto a flat surface, preferably not carpet, in order to have a stable workstation. Then, lift the CPU bracket on from the motherboard and place your CPU component in there. Be sure to add little to no pressure, as it may bend the pin and render the component useless. Finally, close the bracket and apply a pea-sized drop of thermal paste. That pea-sized drop is enough to stick your CPU cooler on, which, once done so, screw all 4 screws onto the CPU cooler to properly mount it. Next, once that's done, grab your RAM and put it in every other slot, as dual channeling allows you to get the optimal performance from your RAM. Once your RAM is installed, grab the GPU and place it on the utmost top slot closest to the CPU in order to get optimal performance. Once that's done, grab your hard drive or SSD and plug in the SATA cables from your hard drive or SSD into the motherboard, preferably the SATA 3 slot as labeled onto said motherboard. Once that's done, grab your PSU and sort of jot it into the case, wherever you deem is appropriate or guided by the case's manual. Once your PSU is in place, please plug in all the cables that is firmly labeled onto the component itself, leading to every other component, such as your motherboard, your GPU, and your hard drive or SSD. Once that's done, slam everything into the case and screw in your case fans. Now that your PC is fully built, it's time to power it on. In order to power on your PC, there are several steps. It's not really just push the power button. First, you're going to have to plug in the PSU with a large black cable that leads to an outlet. Once that cable is plugged in, there's a small black switch on the back of the PSU. Flip that on, and now you're ready to press a power button on your newly built PC. Once you push the power button, you're ready to go. Now, after your PC boots, and I highly suggest you install Windows, you can fully enjoy your newly built PC. And today I've shown you the process of preparing your build, building your build, and powering your build. Now, I highly hope you guys enjoyed learning from my own experience. And remember, I highly recommend that you change with this constantly changing world as well.